Let's see that. Right, hi guys. Just give it a couple of minutes. See if any stragglers coming. I'd like to give it a little bit of time before we start. I was going to actually do this private, actually, but I thought, no, why should I? I'm going to do this live. I will do this live. Do give it a couple of minutes, and we'll start. Right, so someone's trying to cause a little bit of shit between me and Steve Cooper, by the sounds of things. Getting their facts wrong. From, well, I don't know what stream, but I'm going to clarify this right now. I don't think I've ever called one of Steve Coop's boxes the Johnathan box. And if I have, then I apologise to Steve. Because when we're going through a lot of, personal problems, we do tend to think, incorrectly and get things wrong. So I'm going to run through the Johnathan box and the 3 Coop boxes I've got, yeah. I've actually met both the people. I've met Steve Cooper and Johnathan. Johnathan was the first person I ever met, actually. He came down to do a cleansing in my home because I believe that there was, at the time, an evil spirit by the name of Martin that resided in the corner of my living room. And I felt always very uncomfortable being in that living room with that spirit. So I actually got Johnathan to come down here and do a cleansing. Now, Johnathan actually bought a ghost box down, and he actually gave it to me free of charge. He didn't charge me anything. I have used the Johnathan box quite a few times, but I still can't get my head around it. Every time I've done a stream, I had to pass the link on to Johnathan because Johnathan has the ear for the actual ghost box. To me, I don't have the ear for it because it's very quick and squeaky. I'm not planning to do any ghost boxes, but I will do a quick review on each of them. Just a quick one. So this is the Johnathan box here. Inside, it's got one of the Tandy, kind of like boards inside. I don't know if you can see that well. It doesn't actually have an automated sweep like the Coop boxes, but Johnathan was able to find a way of actually making it sweep very, very fast and quickly. It does have an antenna. It actually has 2 antennas on it, very long. So you need to actually have this like pinned up on a wall or something to get a decent, I suppose, kind of reception. And it has actually got a thermometer in it, but the thermometer battery's gone flat, and I can't take the thermometer out because the circuit board's covering it. And I might be able to push it out or leave it out with a screwdriver and then change the battery and just like hot glue or super glue it in. But this was the first box I ever got given to me from Steve, nearly said Steve Cooper, from Johnathan Garthwaite. And I say Johnathan Garthwaite is the person who came down and removed the spirit from my home when I first moved in here. And I'm going to go and get another drink because this drink's making my throat kind of dry. So just give me a second, guys. I've got some kind of like strawberry drink. I'm just going to get that because my throat's drying up already. Right, so as I say, I was going to do this privately, but I thought, no, fuck it, I'm going to do it publicly. You know, we can all make mistakes. I could turn around and say that's like a half box by accidentally, you know, kind of thing, but I know it isn't a half box. That's a Cooper box. This is a Garthwaite box, Johnathan Garthwaite box. So anyway, what happens with this one is that you turn it on, and then you have to press the Q a few times to get the volume up. Sometimes you press this one. And then what you do then is you press the S. And then that's actually sweeping. That is now sweeping. Hello? Did I just say get out or something? Get you or get out? See, John, I just said John. That I heard. See, most of it you can't really make out what it's saying because it's really quick snippets. Hello? I think that's saying Dougie. Dougie? Hello? You're all right. I'm all right. You're all right. Yeah, good. What's it like in Spirit World? So you can actually stop and Jamie scroll, and then that'll go into a radio station. So when it's on, what happens sometimes, right? So just turn it off a minute. Start getting a minute here. What happens that what you should really do is turn it on until you get a steady radio station. And when it tunes into a station, then you press the squelch down. But I've actually got it up. So there we go. Like, you know, it's picked up station. Just click it back up, and then it starts kind of like doing its own scan. It hasn't got a built-in sweeper like some of them have. But with this one, as I say, it is very, very difficult to understand what's being said most of the time. And the only bug I found with these ones is that you have to turn it off and then turn it back on and press the volume to get the volume back up. So you can hear it actually turning up now. Now it's trying to pick up the station. Like sometimes you move the antenna around, the signal will be picked up, but it doesn't really matter sometimes. The Q button is for like a mute. So while it's actually running, you push that button, it'll stop any sound coming out of the ghost box. So, you know, when it's running, you can like leave it running, try and listen to something, yeah. And when you want to ask a question and you don't want to be interrupted with that question, just press that in and say, right, if there are any spirits around me, can you come forward and tell me what your name is, please? Then press that button. Yep. What's your name? Say again. Right, okay, thank you. Let's end this one. Just a quick test. So, you know, as I say, like, it can be very difficult to understand these boxes. Many times when I have run a ghost box on this one, I've had to like send the video link over to Johnathan, and he's had to decipher it because he's got his own way, you know, of deciphering these. You know, he's got an ear for these particular boxes because he actually made them. And I think this might have been either one of his prototype ones that he gave out to me. Now, this actually runs on a 9-volt battery, you see. I do still use it time to time. I know Johnathan's been kind of busy with personal problems, you know, personal life. So, you know, I've not really done many, and not bugged him, asked him to do any deciphering for me. I don't know if he still sells these. I think he's gone on to different boxes, actually. But this was actually given to me by Johnathan Garthway. So that's that one. Now, these ones here, this Coop boxes. Now, not all three are Coop boxes. I met Steve Cooper, and you know, he gave me this one because we did a bit of a trade for some bits and pieces. And this one I use quite a lot, more than the other ones, to be honest with you. The reason why is I'll tell you in a minute, right? What I like about these boxes is that you've got the volume and the tone, and it's got an actual sweep circuit board inside it here. Now, these are mainly the same kind of like boxes, all three of them, but not all three were made by Steve Cooper. What I do like about it is that it's actually got a key on these boxes, so it stops. The reason why I think he done it was to stop his children picking up the ghost box and turning it on themselves and probably like trying to communicate with spirit. You know, you don't know what kind of spirit you're actually trying to communicate with. You know, it could be good, bad. You know, you might import for a demonic spirit. You don't know. But these technique for putting a key on these ghost boxes as a on and off switch was pretty good. Really like that. Problem was, I was always waiting in case I lose the key. And he said, well, don't worry, if you lose the key, I've got plenty. But I did find a eBay seller where you can actually buy spare keys, and they all mainly the same type of key. And I've got several in my drawer, you know, for backup. But this one was the one he gave me. It didn't have this on it. What I'd done is I asked permission to see if I could actually connect a jack plug connector onto the speaker and use it, you know, with an internal speaker. I don't think he was too keen about it, but he gave me permission to do it anyway. And I do use this with an external speaker quite regular. Now, what have I done with my keys? I need to find. I had my keys here somewhere. Now, this one has got a bit of a problem with the key switch on this one. And I've got to like open it up and hot glue the damn thing. But I won't find the key. Where's the key gone? So this is the key for the ghost box. I used this last night. I might not be able to turn this one on. I had problems with this last night actually, because it's the. So that's how loud it is. With it's quite loud, but with these ones you have to wait about 20 seconds, and you've got to try to tune it in to a loud kind of radio station. And once you've actually tuned into the station, it will actually start sweeping within seconds of picking up a loud station. Now that's only like halfway, not even halfway. That's full, but it kind of like really kind of like muffles out, you know, kind of thing. So if you want it louder, it's always best to use an external speaker, because it kind of just like muffles its way out of like, you know, tone kind of thing. Yeah, I do like these boxes because they're kind of like safety, you know, against kids tampering with them. unless they find your key. Now it's actually got the sweep button down here, and you can muck around with the sweep. You know, make it faster, make it slower. I always tend to have it near to more all the way up to the left, because it's more slower that way. If you turn it all the way that way, it's very fast. Stuart. Hello, Stuart. How's Stuart today? I used to communicate with a spirit called Stuart from Highgate in my temporary accommodation. Stuart, is that you from Highgate? Yes or no?
11 to give it. For you. If you are.
So anyway, that's the Coop box. I'm going to probably try to turn the damn thing off now. I'm going to have to turn the volume up again so I can find out when it goes off. I've got to open this up and sort the switch out. Actually, the best way to do it is just take the battery out. A lot quicker and easier. So that's the Coop box, yeah. It's like, it has got a key thing on it. And usually with some of my boxes, I put like a little crucifix on. This was actually made on the 11th of August 2016 by Steve Cooper, SPRG, or SPRQ. I can't even read that last bit now, but he's always like, you know, in some way signs his boxes, whether being like printed out. I think I did get one of him signed at the back, which is this one here. This was made 15th of the 9th, 2016. Steve Cooper, SPRG, and he signed it down there. But, you know, this ink does tend to like dry out. Now, when he was actually building them, I did trade him parts of my DC boxes, and I gave him an idea of actually putting a DC box into one of the ghost boxes. And he said, well, that's an amazing idea. And what he done, he actually did build a couple, and he actually gave me one of the prototype ones, being this one. And this was Coop Box 16. Now, I think he still builds these ones, and I'll give you the rough prices on these later. But if you see this one, yeah, it has the 3 switches: volume, tune, and sweep. While this one has volume, tune, sweep, and it has a hiss on and off. Now I'm going to show you what it does in a minute, yeah, when I turn it on. The DC box is just like, you know, the idea I gave him to put in. And if spirit is to like want to come to the ghost box and, you know, set the DC box off, he can do it that way. So I have used it a couple of times. I've had some hits on it when, you know, I've been getting responses from the ghost box itself, but not that many. So the ghost box is similar to this one, just that it has an extra function on. And I just got an email from Steve Cooper saying that there's some upgrades which he could probably do me. But I know Steve's very busy most of the time. So anyway. So with this one, you have to manually tune it up till you get like a strong station. This one, kind of like the volume on this one's quite louder than the first one. Yeah, a lot louder than the other one. It's not so muffled when you turn the volume up all the time. And there's the sweep button. And so I like to have my sweep slow.
You will know who very heavily sent.
But on this one, when you have the sweep slowly, it seems to me that it picks up more of the station. You know, you get more words on that particular station it's sweeping. So like if it picks up like BBR or whatever, you know, I'm just making up a station name, BBR. I don't think there is a station called BBR actually, but I'm just using it just like, you know, because I don't want to say a station and probably get copyright infringements or anything like that. But let's say it picks up a station called BBR. BBR might say 2 or 3 words before it scans onto the next station. So I have found that out with this box. So when you turn it on to a very slow scan on this one, I have heard like 2 or 3 words come out of that station before it scans onto the next one. So it's always best to have the scan further down kind of thing, not too slow, but you know, you can have it slow but not too slow, because if you have it too slow it does pick up more words. But if you have it like between halfway and a quarter, then it doesn't give you more than 2 or 3 words at a time. So I have it kind of like just over halfway. Now what I like about this one is that you pull this open and with this one it flicks over to your right. It actually knocks out that hissing, and that's what I like about this one. It actually cuts out, I'll say about 85%, 90% of that hiss, and I hate that hiss. I know hissing is the static which they use to communicate through the white noise, but I still see that they can still communicate through, you know, the ghost box without too much hissing, because they're using the broken up words.
This weekend.
Who made this box? Who made this ghost box? Can you tell me his name? I think I just said Steve, I'm not sure. Who made this box?
Tired. Sleep out the whole of the way.
What number is this box?
Come in from Anthony.
You're a star.
See, you're still getting a little bit more of the radio station coming through, so you know it would be helpful to turn it down a little bit more. Hole in the wall. Where's the hole in the wall? I don't see no hole in the wall. Well, I suppose hole what's up there on the ceiling where the DVR camera was. But if you like this, you know, if you like the hiss, the white noise on this one, just turn it back, and then you've got the white noise, the hiss again.
Very small man. Hannah, what are we gonna do? Hey, listen, she was so good.
See, you're still getting like full sentences of the ghost box of the radio station sometimes. You still get that, then you're gonna need to turn it down more. Actually, that's the tune. I've been hitting the wrong button.
His owner had minimal opportunity to escape from his helicopter.
So that's the sweep. That's the tuning. That's the volume. That's the tuning. That's the sweep. I was actually saying turn the sweep down, thinking that's the sweep, but I made a mistake there. That's the tuning. You know, you can still muck around with the tuning and the sweep, you know, and get it to the way you really want it. It takes a little bit of time to, like, you know, kind of get used to these boxes. Because once you know exactly where you want it, you can just, like, get a pen and mark it where you want the sweep button set. You can mark it where you want the tune button. And the volume, you can just, like, turn up and down at your heart content, you know, kind of thing. So I do like these boxes quite a lot, actually. So these two are Steve Coop boxes. I do like the feature there, as I say, the no squelch, to stop the white noise coming through, because that white noise does give me headaches sometimes. Now this one, the crystal box, is my box. What do I do with those batteries? I need to get a battery. I've got to do a slight repair on my one as well, because the battery pack thing needs to come apart. And I might actually take this apart and put a different battery pack on this one, because the batteries keep popping out, and I've got to use black masking tape to keep the batteries in for the radio to work. Now the one with this one is, it's similar to the Coop box, but it doesn't have the what's name, the squelch thingy on it where you can turn the sound off. Mine's got a standard like DC box, which also needs repairing, because I just put a brand new battery in that one, and for some reason that stopped functioning on me. So I've got to take this apart and fix that DC box. And I'll say the battery component I'm going to be taking off and changing over. Now this is similar to this one, and it's also similar to that one because it's got the DC box built into this one. Yeah, battery popped out again. Battery keeps popping out on my one.
How long is it till the sun?
So again, it's the same kind of circuit board inside. You got to get the settings just right. You know, the squelch, the not squelch, the sweep, the tune.
Just remember 3.
Hello. Bit loud. Hello. Anyone around? And the bolt on here is like loose. So that's my one. I put a crystal in it. I just called it a crystal box. Now, I actually made this myself, but I did have help with Steve Cooper by putting the sweeper board in there because I wasn't too sure how to do it. So this ain't totally, you know, a homemade box I built myself. It is, but I did have help with Steve Cooper putting the sweep box in, which I was very grateful. I had an idea how to do it, but I went down his house and he put it in for me just to be on the safe side. I didn't want to blow the sweep board. So I did have a little bit of help with Steve doing this one. I actually built, I think I actually made the radio board myself. But the sweep board, he put in himself. So, it's kind of like, I suppose half and half, in one way. Because he did put the board in and he made the board. So this one is kind of like half and half. The radio actually runs off 4 pencil type batteries. Can't remember the AA or AAA. The bigger ones. And DC box runs off a 9 volt. But as I say, the DC box isn't working on this one for some reason. Mind you, I have dropped this a few times. Surprising the radio still works actually. But it does work. I've just got to take the DC box out sometime and get it working again. But this one you can't actually buy, because it's my one. I won't sell this. I won't sell any of these because these are all like in my own little collection kind of thing. I had to do a video on all the ghost books I have got at some time. So any of these are not for sale, not for giveaways or anything like that. They're in my own collection, so to say, Nigel. Now these ones you can still get off Steve Cooper if you contact him. A standard one like this without this bit, because I did this bit myself. But I think these are going for about £80. I don't know if he's dropped the prices down or anything, but when he started making these ones, they were around about £80. The ones similar to this, but without the sweep, it just had, like, you know, the actual volume, tone, and sweep, and the DC box built into it. I think it was doing about 160. And then if you wanted the actual hiss put on to stop the hiss, that would have been like an extra 20. So I think that's about 180. And I believe you can still get, you know, ghost boxes from Steve Cooper if you contact him on Facebook, or look him up on his website, which is SPRG. I'll see if I can find it actually and add it on here. Now, I've mentioned about ghost boxes quite a lot, about Steve Cooper, hoping that you might get more people interested in these ghost boxes. But it's like anything, really. You know, you ain't got the money to buy things, then you ain't gonna be willing to buy any, are you? But I've met Steve Cooper, as I say, you know, we've been out on a few investigations with each other. It's taken me to an old Roman location. It's taken me down to an old cemetery. It's taken me to an old airfield. I don't think that's the one, actually. All I'm seeing on here is games. So I don't think that's the one. Let me part Coop box. Right, here we go. He's actually under Coop box. If you go to Coop box, you'll find a lot of videos on these Coop boxes. There might still be one of his videos where you can actually contact him. I'll edit this and put that in here in the comment. So I'll stick his YouTube page, and if I can find it. He's under Surrey Paranormal Research Group on Facebook. I'm not sure if Johnathan Garthwaite still does ghost boxes, so I'll try to contact him. And if he does, I'll drop a link in here sometime. But if you refresh the page on the bit down below, you know, where I'll put my comment stuff, you'll see the link to Steve Cooper's YouTube and his Facebook. So if you ever want one of these, just contact him and he'll give you the prices. So, as I say, the reason why I've done this video tonight, because he got an email saying that someone mentioned that I named one of his ghost boxes a Johnathan box. Now, I don't recall doing that. If I did, then, you know, I apologise, as I say, but I don't normally do that. I don't normally get things muddled up, you know. I can tell that's a Coop box, and I can tell that's a Johnathan box, you know. There's a big fucking difference, you know, kind of thing. But, so I've been going through a lot of stress, you know, and problems at the moment. I might have mentioned these ghost boxes, a Johnathan box, I don't know, but, you know, at least I'm clearing it up. And I think he has watched my last stream where I used this one last night, and he said he's seen it and he didn't see nothing being mentioned that was a Johnathan box. So unless they meant like another video, you know, because I had done ghost box sessions with the Johnathan box and the Coop box, and I may have had the Johnathan box slightly out of like camera view, and people thought that that box there was the Johnathan box when it wasn't, but I was probably using the Johnathan box. But you know, people will go out and start blabbing their mouth off without, you know, getting the facts right and causing shit. So at least I've got that sorted out. But as I say, they are great boxes. I do love using them. I like using this one quite a lot because I can actually, because I've done my own little modification on the back, I can plug that into an external speaker. With these ones, you can't. I did try on this one, but there wasn't no way of actually doing it the same way on there than I could on that one. So I kind of like failed on that one. And I couldn't even find a way of putting an external audio cable on this one. But I didn't spend a lot of time, you know, like mucking around with it. I just like spent about 10 minutes and that was it. Don't mean I'm not going to try again. You know, I might try again, but I've got to be careful because I don't want to be blowing the balls up. So that's that. I wasn't planning to do a stream tonight, but you know, now I've got this sorted out. Yeah, I know Steve's been busy. You know, he's been busy building things. He's been busy going out on investigations. He's been busy with personal life as well. You know, I've not ignored him. I've just not had no communication from him until tonight. I think the last one I got from him, I'll find my phone. Actually, I can tell you when I got my last communication from him, which was May this year. Then I get nothing until tonight, where he's been told got a video sent. I got sent a video of you using one of my boxes, but named it, called a Johnathan box. Well, I say if I did, then I apologise. You know, I'm going through stress and like I didn't call that Johnathan box. I don't recall last night, so I like to see what video they actually mentioned where I said that or one of these boxes was a Johnathan box. As I say, I could have used the Johnathan box and had that in view, and they might not seen the Johnathan box because they might not even see me get the Johnathan box out and turn it on and start it up, you know, kind of thing. You know, I could have had the camera right beside the Johnathan box and had the Coop box facing the camera, and they could have thought that was the Johnathan box when it wasn't. So people need to like watch more closely and stop causing shit between people, because it ain't going to work. You know, Steve's a great guy. I've met him, as I say, a few times. I've only met Johnathan once, and he's a great guy. The next person I would like to meet is Mark Colston. I'd like to meet him. And, you know, maybe next year go and meet Rose and Kev. I'd like to meet a few people, actually. Just that, you know, it's the cost, travel cost, getting up there, getting someone to look after the cat, stuff like that, you know. So I ain't going to really work out just yet, is it? But anyway, I'm going to go watch a bit of TV. I don't think I'll be streaming tonight unless something happens in here, if I'll get any kind of activity. I'm planning maybe do a stream tomorrow. I know I've got a box coming this week with some stuff in it, and definitely be doing a stream with those items coming from that box. When that'll be, I don't know. I think it's been collected today. It should have been collected yesterday, at no fault with the sender. It was down to like Herms fucking up and not going around and collecting it. But it looks like they collected it today, but that could be here any time between now and the weekend. But if it's not here tomorrow, I might do a stream tomorrow regarding, you know, either the kitchen, living room or bedroom. I don't know yet. See how it goes. Anyway, I'm out of here and I'll catch you all later on. Cheers for watching. And thumbs up to Steve Cooper and Johnathan Garthway. Catch you later, guys. Keep up the good work, Steve, with the ghost boxes. I will hit you up a bit later, maybe this week sometime when I think about it. I'm just too bloody tired and exhausted tonight, especially doing this stream. I wasn't going to do this stream, but I thought, fuck it, because I was going to do it private and then upload it. But I thought, no, I'll do it, so people can see and learn about the box and give you a little bit more update in the boxes, I suppose, and let you know where they come from. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll catch you later.